Well, alrighty, folks. We are back in it again. It's been a week, or it's been 2 weeks. So sorry we missed you last time, but we're back with our Phandelver and below the shattered obelisk. I am your dungeon master, dungeon mister, joined by our wonderful players today. If you guys want to say hey, you can.
Hello.
Hello. Hello. Hello.
Hello.
Hello.
Hi.
And while it has been a minute, let's get into a little bit of a recap to kind of fill you back in on what happened last time. Before we get into what's happening this time, without further ado, last time you guys headed out, left Isabel to finish her nap at the inn. Cal went to go check on his prospects with his cousin. You ended up searching for a few hours for the missing child Pip, eventually finding him along some odd tracks in the earth. The boy told you that he wanted to go back, but he didn't want to miss where these strange creatures he had seen may go. He said they were small and like a pyramid and legs, and they fell down a sinkhole where an old dwarven home used to be. You all gave Pip a stern talking to and, well, went to go inspect the space. Some of you stumbling down after seeing some creatures scamper around below. Everything was intact here, old and dust covered though, a dwarven home, like you were told. Lurking around the corners though were three of these small, otherworldly creatures ready to strike with odd psychic forces and kind of sticking to you like leeches. A tough battle for the quartet, but you guys did manage in the end. As each creature died, they left an echo of some strange happening or something. Unsure what all that was about, you looked around, finding trappings of a dwarven paladin who had unfortunately failed in his task of ridding a place called Talhundreth of its ghosts. Taking the journal and Pip back to town after reuniting the child with his parents, you spoke with Gwyn Orsong about what you had found and showed her the map that the goblins had kept in Zorzala's Rest. She was intrigued, to say the least. Unsure about what stone fragments it spoke of, she informed you of a good bit of detail of the locations: Talhundreth, the Crypt of Talland, and Gibbet's Crossing. She suggested, if you were to follow up on these leads, to search Talhundreth first, as it was closest to the surface, and at the edge of Neverwinter River to the northeast. You guys decided to take a little rest for the evening before deciding anything, and you all found your way to your rooms at the inn for free, and got some shut-eye. And that's where we're going to pick up. You guys have had a good night's sleep at the Stonehill Inn, or around the area, up to you guys, and meet for breakfast in the morning.
Yeah, Zadkiel would buy everyone breakfast.
Breakfast is
And,
free with the room because
free with
you
the
guys
room.
saved Pip.
Okay, that's right. How about, are drinks free too?
No.
Okay. Then he'll buy like a morning short beer for everybody, to get the day going. The little alcohol, just kind of, better than water.
Yeah.
He would apologize to Callan.
Cal is somehow not there. He's running late.
He's running late. Oh, okay. Well, Zad feels bad about his outburst, but he does suggest to the group he would say, I believe it is time that we should check on our friend Bessie and either dispose of her or return her to Farmer. What was his name?
Farmer Joe.
Farmer Joe, down in the bottom of the map. In the Phandelver map. He just basically wants to go check on Bessie, see what's going on.
Okay.
So he made that promise.
And you're discussing this as you're kind of having breakfast and your little short beers.
Yeah. Yep. You'd be explaining that I know I became overzealous. It's just that I've failed my mistress in several ways across this journey of ours, and I need to prove to her my loyalty and my love for my goddess and my brothers and sisters of the fields and forests.
It's okay, I understand Zadkiel. I'm sure Callan will be fine with it. He kind of speaks a language of violence anyway, so...
It is true. He is a short, violent man, but I do love him. But I think we should check up on our friend Bessie the cow, see if she's still a danger. If so,
Yeah,
we'll deal
we
with
can
it.
do that.
Mm-hmm. It would be hell to be tied up and just starve to death.
Exactly.
Eventually, she's gonna run out of brass.
He wasn't tied up.
Yeah,
Yeah, we tied her up.
you guys
Yeah,
tied
we
her to a
tied-
tree.
Yeah, we tied her to a tree in a safe location in case, But yeah, unless anybody has anything else they'd like to add, say, do, that'd be my first priority for the morning, if you all don't mind.
Nah.
How far away is the cow? Where we left?
About an hour outside of town to the east.
Okay,
Honestly, not too far away from where you guys were yesterday.
gotcha.
Okay.
All right. Are you guys taking your one horse and your mule with you? Or leaving them at the stables of the inn?
Well, it's not. It's really kind of a short walk.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So
What's the weather like?
yeah.
Say the weather is maybe a little drizzly. There is still that haze overhead, but as you look outside, there's a little bit of drizzle, but it's not a downpour.
My horse
Does
comes
look-
with me everywhere.
Right. My first gonna be all wet.
Looks gloomy and perfect to me.
Can see a little bit of
Nice,
fog over the
nice
hills.
walk.
Yeah.
It's part of the circle of life. Yeah. Without the rain, the grass doesn't grow, and the cows don't eat, and then we don't eat. You all know how it goes.
But adventurers don't adventure. Things don't die.
Very true. Shall we be off then?
Sure, how about we
Sure,
plan to go and get Bessie and then maybe make our way towards Talhundreth? What do you think?
Yeah. If it'd be all right with you if Bessie is still in the state we found her, I think the most merciful thing would be to quickly dispatch her and then give her a quick burial that I could perform. Otherwise, we should return her back to town to Farmer Joe.
Yeah.
Narge.
Narth,
Whose nickname is Joe.
Sure.
whose nickname is Joe. Joe Narth.
Joe Narth. That's his name.
Yeah. Yeah, you could call me Joe, you could call me Narth, and it's Joe
Yeah.
Narth.
Fair enough. You guys head out of town, taking your one horse with you, because horse and Isabel are inseparable, except for yesterday when she was sleeping and you guys took her out.
Oh, what?
Yeah, I would say as you come out, Isabel, to your horse in the stables, there would be some drawing in the dirt. I think it said sorry.
Sorry. Sorry. Sorry for what? I'm inspecting my horse. Gonna inspect. Yeah, I'll inspect my horse.
The horse looks fine. Stable hand kind of looks at you like, I don't know what you're talking about, ma'am. Yeah, someone wrote that in the dirt. I don't know.
Yeah, I wrote that just in case you woke up. You wouldn't be too. You would at least understand that we took it, not somebody else.
You took my horse?
We used
Yeah,
the
we took your
horse.
horse.
I mean, did we establish like permanent ownership over that horse? Was it a group horse? I honestly can't remember. I've been
Yeah,
writing out.
Isabel bought it with her
I
money.
did.
Oh,
I
that's
did
right,
buy
that's
this
right.
horse. Do you see
I
the money
borrowed-
that isn't
Yeah.
in my pocket? Where do
I
you think all the
borrowed
money
the
went?
horse so that we didn't have to walk around. for
And we
fucking
could cover
hours.
more
Listen.
ground looking for Pip.
And you want to know
It
what?
was-
Look at you didn't. You let the braids fall loose in her hair. Oh my
It
goodness!
was to rescue a child.
I start redoing the braids in his
It's
hair.
okay,
Oh,
Isabel.
for
We
God's
gave her
sakes.
lots of sugar cubes. We promise.
Mhm.
I'm gonna pretend I'm talking to the horse. Be like, yeah, right. Not enough apparently. And I go in my pocket and I give more sugar cubes as I'm braiding the horse's hair again.
Fair enough.
Horse is going to become a diabetic.
Yes, I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
You guys ever see what is it? That movie, that weed movie.
There's a lot of them.
Dave Chappelle.
Zad, what is a movie you speak of? What is
never
this
mind.
movie?
Out of character.
I know.
But they feed the horse a bunch of stuff, and the horse dies because it's diabetic.
They do.
Yeah. Okay,
Was that
sorry.
the
Yep.
That would
stoner
never
movie from
happen
the
to
late
my ear.
90s?
Yep. That's
Yeah.
the one. But yeah, you feed some sugar cubes, get the horse ready, and head out of town. Easy enough to do. About an hour on the drizzly morning outside of town, you would find Bessie still tied up like you left her.
Zadkiel would approach Bessie and cast Speak with Animals on himself.
Oh, hey.
Hello, Bessie.
Yeah. Hey.
How are you feeling?
I'm all tied up. I can't go away. I've been trying to chew at this thing for hours, and it's a tough rope.
Has any more of those things come out of your mouth?
No, I don't think so. I felt better, and then you guys tied me up. It's
I
been
see.
like torture out here. No good clover around.
I'm sorry, Bessie. We just had to make sure that you weren't sick.
What do you mean sick? I threw it all up.
We just had to make sure. Here, I'm gonna cut you loose, and I'm gonna take you and get you some of the best clover I possibly can.
That one clover I ate wasn't very good, but I was hungry.
I apologize, Bessie. I wish there was a better way. But I promise from now on, you'll be taken care of.
Mel yells out, "Tell her we're taking her to Norris."
We're gonna take you back to Norris.
Who?
Your owner.
I mean, Moo?
Tell her-
Oh, Mr. Narth.
Yeah.
Nard. Okay.
Joe Norris.
Yeah. He's nice. He's okay, but
He misses you very, very dearly. He's gonna be so happy to see you, Bessie.
oh. I hope he's not mad. He has a
He's
temper.
not mad. What do you mean he has a temper?
Well, he doesn't like stepping and stuff. He gets mad. Starts yelling. I don't know what he says though.
He doesn't hurt you though, Bessie, right?
I don't think he could.
Zadkiel? She looks like she's doing pretty well. You wanna get heading back?
Zadkiel goes, shh.
As the cow looks very
No.
much like a cow, just as you left it. Like, there's...
Yeah.
Yeah.
Details. I'm getting details. Okay, Bessie, do you feel safe going back to North?
Oh, I kind of like it out here.
You like it out here?
Yeah. I just wish I wasn't tied up.
Well, then so be it. And Zadkiel takes out his dagger and will cut the rope, and he says, "Run free, my friend."
And she just, like, takes 2 steps one direction, starts eating some clover.
Marco would look at him now and say, whisper to him, Celestial, Zad really lost his mind with this.
You
Isn't
can
that
get all the clover you want now. All the clover you want. All here is Zad is going, "Moo, moo, 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 moo."
so?
Goodbye,
Zadkiel, we're
friend.
taking her back with us, aren't we?
She wishes to be free, and I will not deny her her freedom.
That sounds like theft to me.
It's not theft. I simply let her
Not,
free.
she's not yours to set free. She has an owner. You paid good money for her.
If you
Yeah,
knew her like I do,
Actually bought the calf from us before they grew, and it's just saying there's property rights.
well, we can make North,
Joe, whatever his name is.
Joe North, aware of her location, but she wished to remain here for a while. I will leave it up to her.
Okay, but just know that it might cause some bad blood between you and Mr.
Is
Narf.
she? I mean, is she even? Does she even have the mental capacity to even rationate and that she wants to be there, or is she just saying that because she's around
is
food?
not only sentient, she is sapient. She made a choice of her own free will.
Choice that she's not allowed to make.
Interesting perspective.
I don't think she'd be sapient, and I don't think she'd be sentient per se either.
And
Well, then you don't know animals the way that I do, and you do not know the goddess Miliki like I do. Miliki.
And
It depends what your definition of those words are, but animals are technically neither.
Well, I do know a wizard who's done a lot of research into this, and actually they're coming out with new ideas about it, but we can talk about that some other time. For now, I'd like to let Bessie make her own decision.
yeah, I heard a paladin, a druid, talking about philosophy of plant life, of plants,
Oh God.
but you can make that choice. But do you think that a domesticated cow can live in the wild?
That is not my choice to make. That is the circle of life.
Okay, so you'd rather have her be out here and be killed by
dragon
another
or a
animal,
wolf.
a dragon, a wolf,
Above
then
all
bring her to safety?
above all else, she deserves free will.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
So, at what point does an animal no longer have free will? Does a mouse have free will?
Yes.
Do the-
This
should
is
we
all-
go and liberate all of the farm animals?
No, that would be silly. But in this situation, She had liberated herself. She had become sick. She is better, and she wishes to be free. I do not understand the intense scrutiny over this decision.
Well, we're just worried about, the farmer being upset with you because you took his
I will
property.
let him. I did not take his property. I simply set it free. It was tied to a tree that. You guys are really upsetting me. I'm just going to go and sit for a while, and Zadkiel goes and sits in the field next to Bessie.
I would look at the other. I think he's taking this a bit too far.
I'm just so thankful my God isn't so strong on this whole worship following order thing. Now I'm just afraid I'm gonna get a reputation of stealing from my townmates, common folk that I live with, and hopefully live with for a very long time. If everybody just walked around and opened a gate and allowed dogs to run free, or goats,
Look, I think the
person
best
who
solution.
opened and set free the animal would be responsible.
I think the best solution is just to leave her here untied, and if we go back, we run into the farmer. We'll let him know that we set her loose, but we weren't able to get her back here, and tell him where she is if he's interested in going to get her.
I like the lie, but will they believe it? The heroes of Phandelver couldn't control a cow?
We don't have time to be pushing a cow around. We've got other things that we have to do.
Anyone else can talk to the cow?
I'm gonna look at my horse and go, Abby, you?
Okay, now we're gonna get her to.
As you say that, the horse is just sitting there, staring off into nothingness, and it kind of starts chewing. You're all gonna die. Oh,
Wait, what? My horse talks?
What?
Did you all hear that?
and it just kind of whinnies for a second, like.
You're what?
Isabel,
Did nobody
what the
else
hell
hear
was
that? That was Abby.
Isabel,
Abby speaks.
Isabel,
Abby, Abby, say something else.
have you had enough sleep?
Yes, I just had the biggest, coolest nap ever. Now, Abby, say something cool.
The horse is just staring off into space.
I'm gonna push Abby a bit. Come on, Abby. Come on, say it again. Say something.
Isabel, it's a goddamn horse. It doesn't talk.
I swear I heard it say something. Abby, come on. I comb your hair. I braid it. Look at the beautiful bows in your hair.
You don't hear anything.
Mel mumbles to herself and uses minor illusion to say the phrase, I love you.
Wait. I think the horse says I love you to me?
Yep.
Yes.
That's what it sounds like.
I fall for that?
I mean, you don't have any reason not to, right?
Okay, that's
I
true.
can roll for deception.
Yeah, sure. Roll for it.
Do we want to roll for deception?
Give me a deception, and Isabel, give me an insight.
Okay. Oh no, where did my screen go? Sorry, guys. What the heck? What the heck? Where'd it go? Here we
I don't
go.
know.
I roll for deception.
No, you give me an insight.
Insight.
Yeah, it sounds like your horse is saying, I love you.
I love you too, Abby. I never thought you'd express yourself this way. You know, I've never had a pet horse before. I've never had a pet in general. And I'm just so happy that you're my first companion.
Zadkiel walks back up to the group and says, I've decided to buy Bessie's freedom.
I'll say, yeah, that's cool. Zadkiel, my horse can talk. He's so talented. He's so great. Look at Abby, say something. You said I love you. You said blah 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 die. Come on, say something
Die?
else. Can you do it for a treat? Do you wanna do one for a sugar cube?
It hears Sugar Cube and looks at you expectantly.
Okay, so if you say something, I'll give you a nice tasty sugar cube.
It tries
So
to sniff
Mel
towards you.
continues to
I'll put it in front of its
mumble to
face.
herself and says the phrase, you already give me sugar cubes.
I step back and I was like, but that's all I've got. What else do you want? Okay, fine. You can have 2 sugar cubes. 2 sugar cubes and a dandelion.
Thank you.
But only if you say something really cool.
Just said thank you.
Something cooler than thank you.
I would say the rest of you guys would probably see Mel kind of lightly casting this.
Albus just
Yeah, no.
off.
I could probably be beside Mel, just trying not to laugh.
Zad, can you see this? Zad, isn't this unbelievable?
Yeah. It's amazing.
A talking horse. I never thought I'd see the day. First we see a talking cow. Well, not really. But then we see a talking horse. My goodness. Praise the gods.
You're right, Isabella. It's unbelievable.
Mel, you should try. Try and get the horse to say something to you.
I'm not talking to a horse.
This horse might have valuable information. We don't know.
What would a horse know that would be... What, do you think this horse speaks for the gods?
We don't know that.
Oh.
You can cease with the mocking of my faith for now. I've made my choice.
Your
will
fate?
pay for
Mocking?
Fate.
What are you talking
Yes.
about?
I know what you're doing.
I'm not doing it. Zad, I wouldn't joke about this.
She looks dead serious.
Mm.
These guys might think it's a joke, but I don't think it's a joke.
I mean, I've never heard a horse talk. So
Me neither.
I don't know.
Zadkiel will cast Speak with Animals on himself again and start to speak to the horse.
Come on, Abby, say
Is-
something nice.
And Zad, you would hear, is she gonna give me the sugar cubes? She's teasing. She's teasing me.
I've got 2 sugar cubes and a dandelion that I've just picked up from this beautiful grassy floor.
And
And I'm like waving it.
Zadkiel will say in return, she wants you to perform for her. She wants you to speak human language.
I can't do that. What do you mean?
I didn't think so.
I'm
I'm sorry.
The horse
should
will
just
kind of
give her-
trot in place for a second.
Just give her the sugar cubes. She deserves them. She
Isabel,
doesn't deserve to be have
wait,
what
hold
she
on.
wants
My
waved in
horse
front of her face.
is trotting in place.
Yeah.
I clap feverishly. I say, look at this talented steed. And I give the treats to the horse. You are such a good horse. You are going to bring me riches one day.
And Zadkiel says, "How did you feel about that?" to the horse.
I got sugar.
Yeah, I guess you did.
Zad, can you ask what other treats my horse likes? Does it like honey? Does it like
It
I don't
likes.
know.
What other treats do you like?
Can we?
Apples are okay, but sugar's the best.
Apples are okay. Sugars are the best,
Okay.
and maybe a little bit of respect. A little more respect.
We're wasting time. Shouldn't we just go back to town and head out?
Okay, Isabel's
Sure.
taking a mental note. How do you spell respect? Never heard of that. Just kidding. Just kidding. Okay. I remember. Don't worry. So what are you doing with the cow?
Oh, I'm buying, and well, I hope to. What is the average price of a cow? Anybody know?
Yeah, if I know.
Well,
I didn't handle the bill of sale. I don't know. How much was the horse?
Horses are like, I think you guys paid 70 gold.
Mhm.
Cows are about 15.
Oh, okay, yeah. I'm gonna buy Bessie's freedom. I'm gonna leave her here to enjoy the clover, and as we go back to town, I'm going to give Joe Narth. I'm gonna give him 75 gold.
Zadkiel, thank you. Thank you for making him whole.
It was my intent the entire time. My words and my ideas don't always come out clearly, but I assure you, I only wish for the best for all.
I just try to protect Phandelver
Understood.
and just don't want to get a horrible reputation in the town. 'Cause
Well, 75 gold for a cow should give us a positive one. Now, should we off to, what is that place called? The Tenebra? Was that it?
100.
Telhundren? Where did I get Tenebra from? Telhundren.
100.
Wasn't there something for the Miners Lodge or Miners Union that we could do as well?
There
Uh,
was.
Of the mine?
And we should make sure that we are prepared.
Didn't I? Yeah, something about holy water, more rations, beers.
Do we have diamonds?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
You found some in the home.
Yeah, that's
Enough
correct.
for one casting.
Correct.
Yeah.
DM,
Okay.
I can't remember. Did we manage to convince Gwen to come with us?
She is not going to come with you. She would have given you some notes in the morning.
All right.
I forgot. We ended up taking a long rest, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
This
guess
is the next day.
Yeah. It's like that.
Early morning on the hills east of Phandelver.
All right. So we get that cow back to town, figure that one out. Then we head out to 1200 or to the miners.
What was the deal for the miners? Was there a reward?
There was a reward.
Was going to give us some profit, I think, from.
Mm-hmm.
We could use profit for supplies.
I mean, either way, it's going to save the town.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I am okay with whatever decision you make.
Was the deal reward or the interest within the mine?
It's an interest within the mine. Of their findings.
I would rather go do the mine for my own profit.
Mm-hmm.
Well, there wasn't necessarily a mine. There was
The task for the miners.
Yeah, they were out prospecting.
Mm-hmm.
Right. So let's go up there to their prospect.
All right. So before we leave town, does everyone have enough? How many days travel is it? Is it?
It's like 6 hours. Like, you guys could have made it there yesterday.
Okay. So everyone has enough.
Like, around
make
the
it
area
through
where
that.
they gave you directions southwest of Phandelver.
Gotcha. Okay. Yeah, I think we're ready to go.
All right. So, kind of like skirting around town, leaving Bessie to her own devices. You guys travel southwest. Go with Zad. Roll me a d20.
You got it, bud. 1 second. There, let me pull up the old D20 roller. Oh, come on. There it goes. Crystal initializing laser fire. 16.
All right.
1d6 for the staff charges. Oh,
There you go.
nice.
Nice.
Eventually, after several hours of the drizzling morning turning quickly to afternoon, maybe taking a break here and there, arriving just kind of as it starts to get a little bit darker out. The sun is maybe an hour away from setting, but, you know, when it's kind of cloud cover all throughout the day, it's, you know, it gets a little darker a little quicker. But as you approach the area, the southwest, which is down here, you would see a small cave that Halia indicated that is located along an isolated stretch of the mountain. Looks to be obscured by fallen rubble and tough bushes.
Well, it's an entrance, it seems, to something.
I do know that I got us out here because of my own interests, but I don't even know what we're supposed to be doing out here.
He was talking about a moving bush.
That's true. The giant moving bush.
And you do see several bushes around, as well as rubble in the space here.
Buckler will look around, trying to see if any of the bushes moves like in weird ways for a bush, if that makes any sense.
Sure, give me an insight check. With a 17. I'm sorry, I meant to say perception. Is that any different with your perception?
Nope. They're
Same
both
thing.
at 4.
Looking around, your ear catches something. You hear light, muffled, and kind of peering into the cave. Not a very deep cave. You can see most of the way in it, aside from a little small, tight space. But kind of in the center of this cave, you would see a pile of blood, pool of blood, dried.
He pointed out to the group. Well, something happened here. And I'm also hearing some muffled voice.
Can you tell where? Which direction?
From in the cave.
Yeah, from the cave.
Zadkiel would cast light on his sword and use it, even though he has dark vision, use it as a torch to kind of brighten things up even further for everyone.
Sure.
Give us a better idea of how deep, how many different turnoffs.
It's this cave is probably about like 30 feet deep, maybe about 15 feet into the cave. Looks to be a small opening that you can fit through, but it is hard to fit through. Mel would fit perfectly fine.
Hey, Mel.
I mean, the rest of you guys can fit. It's just a
Yeah.
squeeze.
Yeah.
But you would see that dried pool of blood smeared across the floor.
Is there any way of telling of how old it is? It is dry, but like, is it like, is it tacky? Is it like
Are
almost?
you going up into the cave to inspect this?
Yeah.
Yeah, give me a medicine check as you start to inspect.
Okay.
What are the rest of you guys doing, if anything?
Wildflower will follow Zed.
Yeah, Alva's gonna
Well,
follow.
seeing that tight hole for some reason decides to go through it.
Okay.
At least to the opening of the on the other side. Trying to be sneaky about it.
Give me a stealth check. Isabel, what are you doing?
I'm gonna
Yeah.
I have my horse with me, so I'm gonna be kind of standing back a bit, watching people what they're doing. I want to see just in case
Fair enough.
where I jump.
As Zad, you're inspecting this this blood. It's hard to tell. There's like different degrees of blood. It's still a little wet, but it seems to have been dried. You're not sure if it dried because of the dirt content or if it dried
Right.
because of time. It's hard.
Yeah, I got no real clue. Okay, makes sense. That one.
And Mel, as you creep into this space, peering within, you can see the glimmer of gem, or actually silver, in the back of the wall. It looks like you can see some digging implements that have been hastily dug, as well as blood smeared along here. And don't notice it before it's too late, but there's actually blood dripping right on you. And as you look up, you can see this large bush clinging to the ceiling that drops down onto you.
Yay!
Getting a 23 and a 26 to hit.
Oh, they thoroughly hit.
As you take a total of 25 points of bludgeoning damage.
Goodness.
I'm going to bring you guys to a map here. And we're going to roll some initiative. What battle music do we want? We'll do the classic. Fair enough. As Mel, you're actually up first as this thing drops down onto you, and actually as it does, both of those attack hitting you, it actually draws you into it. As you see this large shambling, well, I was going to use it as a descriptor, a large shambling mound of twisted vines, shrubbery, bush, roots. As that little person in there, there's actually two people in there. As there is a little muffled as Mel, you are also brought within it. As you are blinded, restrained, and unable to breathe and start suffocating.
Blinded, restrained,
And suffocating.
Yep.
Cool.
That's hard to do anything against that.
Yep.
yeah.
You can try to escape with your action if you'd like. Or
So I can't cast any spells.
you can cast as long as it doesn't require you to see.
Hmm. Mm-hmm.
And any attack roll or dexterity checks you make are going to be at disadvantage.
Mm-hmm. She's gonna make herself comfortable and cast Aura of Vitality again.
Okay.
And try to heal herself for 2d6.
All right. Unless it needs to be a creature you can see. I don't think it is. I hope not.
Just so you.
Yeah, absolutely. Heal yourself for 2d6. You give yourself 10 hit points. As you guys look over, you do see Mel and another person that is still barely alive, consumed in this mound, which will take us to White Claw.
Would I be able maybe to grab Mel? I'm gonna show it with this and have her teleport away with me, or would that teleport the creature?
I would say if you can grab her, there will be a check involved.
Because it's so if I can move there, would it passing between them? I don't think would it make a
I would
difficult
say
terrain or no?
I would say passing between these two is difficult terrain, and even passing through, you want to reach through this crevice. That is also difficult terrain.
Okay, so 5, 10, that's 15, that's 25, that's 30 right there. Okay, so I'm gonna move right there. I'm gonna try to get a hold of Mel.
I would say this thing is it is blocking the entrance.
It is blocking it.
Yeah.
Okay, in that case, I'm gonna move right there, and
You can. I'd say if you wanted to, you could try to get through it with an acrobatics.
I'm
Your
gonna
call.
try that. Acrobatics. It's not the best. I'm gonna try it. I'm gonna try to do an acrobatics to see if I can get past. Nope.
You try to squeeze through, and you just get kind of nudged with all of these vines that are growing.
All right. In that case, I am going to just do a mind sliver on the creature.
Okay.
That's not what I have to do. I gotta click it here.
It got a big -2 on its intelligence save.
It doesn't let me click mind sliver on the character sheet. So it's 2d6.
Interesting. Might have gotten rid of the wrong one.
No,
when they made duplicates. But yeah, roll me 2d6.
Yeah, I did, and it tells me wrong. I see a second. I'm gonna restart though. Roll 20.
Okay. Someone else want to roll 2d6 real quick then?
Sure.
There you go. So it will take 11 points of psychic damage as it actually double check.
Has a disadvantage on the next saving throw.
It does. At the same time, I need White Claw to give me a wisdom save.
Yep. It will not let me roll the dice. The hell?
You logged out and logged back in? There you go.
There we go.
Oh, the 16, you feel some weird interference right back at you. Unsure what that
Okay.
means.
And that'll be it.
That'll take us to Zad.
All right, Zad is gonna scooch past White Claw there.
It is blocking the way. But
it's
but kind of,
completely
if you want, you
blocking.
can give me an acrobatics check to try and make it through.
No, I'm gonna fly.
Okay.
So I'll do my I keep forgetting the name of it, but you know what I mean.
Yeah.
uh,
Your ASMR shit.
yeah, my ace and my shit, my radiant soul,
Yeah.
and I'm gonna fly. How tall is the ceiling?
I'd say ceilings in here are like 15 feet.
Alright.
Beyond the crevice, it's a little taller.
So he'll fly up 10, okay, and then
It is difficult
20
terrain to
over.
get through the crevice, so take off 10 feet of movement there.
Okay, up 10, 10, 10, and then you can be kind of floating right there, right?
Yeah.
And he's gonna attack.
All right. A 19 will absolutely hit this creature.
Alright, I'm gonna add a divine smite to that.
All right. For 23 points of damage as you slash into it. It just kind of warbles a little bit. You can kind of see Mel's face for a brief moment before it gets reconsumed.
Okay, and I'm gonna go in ahead for another attack.
All right. A 9 is going to be a miss.
He whiffs it. Alright,
As you kind of try to swing out, the vines just kind of erupt kind of towards you, and you can do nothing but kind of chop at the vines away from you.
Cool. And that will end my turn.
That'll take us to the Shambling Mound's turn, at which point, Mel, I need a Constitution save.
Mm-hmm.
Mel, you take 13 points of bludgeoning damage at the start of your turn as it starts to squeeze you and crush you. You can hear a soft sigh next to you in there as someone's last breath was just taken.
14 points of damage take effect at the beginning of my turn or now?
At the beginning of its turn.
Oh, okay.
So
And somebody just died?
And somebody next to you in there is now dead. But it will then try to slam into Zadkiel. Getting a 23 on its first attack.
Yep.
And a 10 with its second.
23 will hit.
As you take 14 points of bludgeoning damage, it just kind of whacks you with a mass of vines and mushrooms and bush, and it's all sorts of plants all put into one.
Plant thing. Might feel like Swamp Thing a lot.
Yeah, I will need a Constitution save from Mel for concentration.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was wondering about that. Constitution again?
Yes, DC's 10. You are good. Still maintaining your concentration. It will take us to Isabel, seeing all this transpire within, or kind of barely see it transpire within.
All right. So I am going. So I'm with Avi.
Yeah.
And I am going to. I'm gonna hook Avi onto a rock. because there's a rock pile right there.
Sure.
Would that be? Would you consider that to be like a bonus action, or my action?
I'll say it'll use your bonus action. Why not?
Okay, cool. So
I mean, it's a
Avi,
trained horse. They're not going anywhere.
yeah, Avi, stay. All right, and I'm gonna make some movement. So. All right, so I'm gonna go there. Now, if I have one of my throwing axes and I throw them, that will be going through difficult terrain, would it not? So then,
Throwing an axe, it will have cover, so it will.
okay,
It's gonna have +5 to its AC.
okay. Let me see what else I can do instead. There's actually not much I can do. Unless, so I just moved from here, correct? So 5, 10, 1, 5. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna stand here and I'm gonna be ready to attack.
Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. That will take us to just readying your attack if anything comes close. That is not your friends. That will take us to Alva.
Okay. Alva is going to cast Fairy Fire. But I like to do it. How do I show where I want to point?
Hold your.
Just hold the
Hold
mouse.
it?
Yeah.
Oh, gotcha.
Your
Okay,
left
so
mouse.
yeah, like over here, that the 20-foot radius, it just hits the creature and not Mel or Zadkiel.
And what spell is this?
Fairy Fire?
Mel is inside it. Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. It'd be easy to see her pull her out. Oh, that's not the meta game, which I just did.
But
Oh, Mel's inside the bush thing?
yeah.
I'm in the bush.
Oh, you're in the bush. Okay. All right. Maybe I don't want to do that. I don't want to. She's kind of getting low too. All right. Then I'm not gonna cast Fairy Fire. I'm gonna move a little bit closer. So over here, right here, just here.
Okay.
Closer. I'm gonna use my Thorn Whip to attack.
All right.
Plant versus plant.
Yep.
Plant versus plant versus plant.
Grab the kids, let them watch.
Give me a thorn whip.
Yeah, I'm pushing it. Nothing's happening. Doesn't pop up 3 times.
It will.
Roll it on your core.
Are you whispering it? By accident?
No, I would
Okay.
say.
No. Roll 20 is
right.
having issues.
Roll it on your core under your quarterstaff. It should be like the 5th down on your attacks.
There you go.
24 will hit it. You kind of whipping through the corner there. For 4 points of piercing damage as you crack it and just kind of splits a couple of its own vines with your vine.
Vine on vine violence.
Anything else for Alva?
That'll be all for Alva.
Great. Alva, as you kind of whip the vine back again, you don't know until it's too late. You hear this light rustling
Oh no.
as a second bush animates and tries to slam into you.
Okay.
Getting a 20 and a 22 to hit.
Those will both hit.
As Alva, you take 32 points of bludgeoning damage, and this thing pulls you into it as you are also now restrained, blinded, and at the risk of suffocating.
Oh my god. Alright.
I'll take us to Mel inside this mound.
She's going to cast Dissonant Whisper. I don't think it has anything to do with sight.
It can hear you. Absolutely. As it's gonna make a DC 14.
I got 2 1s on the mother.
It got a 13 on its save. As
Did you
this thing,
subtract for the silvery spike?
I didn't. It has disadvantage, so it got a 9. Or you know, it just gets minus a D4. Is it disadvantage or just D4?
It's
I don't remember. It rolled below
1d4?
your save regardless. As it spits Mel out, and Zad, you do get an attack opportunity as it shambles to the corner.
Hey.
That will hit it.
All right. Yeah, let's add a divine
As it
smite.
just kind of rolls away.
Let's add a level 2. I think no, I have one more. Let's do a level 1 divine smite on that guy. So.
You should have everything because you guys. Oh, I guess you did cast Speak with Animals a couple of times.
So yeah, twice I did. So
Yep.
I have one more. And then I have to do level 2. Okay, so we'll do level 1 for this guy and make sure we got everything set up. Yes, sir, Bob. And
For 21 points of damage. As you slash into it, lights up for a brief moment, and it just kind of shambles away after it kind of just spits Mel out. Anything else for Mel? You would fall prone, so standing up would take half of your movement.
No, but I heal myself
All right,
for 9.
fair enough. This aura around you, you guys can now kind of actually see it. And that will take us to White Claw.
He is going to use Phantasmal Force on that one down there, creating fire all around it.
Okay. Fair enough.
And this one doesn't work. Okay. Yeah.
Well, it doesn't do damage to it right now anyways. It does it on
No.
its turn. It got a 15 on its save, though.
Oh well. And as in that case, as a bonus action by using 2 sorcery point, I cast a chill touch.
All right. On the one in the corner?
Yep.
All right. That will definitely hit it. Takes a whopping 14 points of necrotic damage. As you can see, several of these vines just start to kind of wither and fall off. Anything else for White Claw?
He's gonna move just back a little bit to not block the door while still seeing both creatures.
All right. That'll take us to Zadkiel.
Zadkiel will land, and as long as they are fleeing and not attacking, Zadkiel will take no action.
All right. Is he holding? Is he taking the dodge action? Is he readying an attack? Or is he just...
He'll take the dodge action.
All right. That's going to take us to the creature in the corner as it shambles back forward to Mel. And it's going to try to eat you again.
Oh, I should have ready an attack. Dang it.
Getting an 18 on its first attack. And a 27 with its second attack.
Both clear hits.
as it once again swallows you whole, and you take 29, wait, 20, 30 points of bludgeoning damage.
Yeah, she's out.
As it just kind of rakes across her, you can see Mel go unconscious as she just gets swallowed by this creature. That'll take us to Isabel.
Yo. Okay.
Unsure of what's transpiring in the other room, you did see Alva get swallowed whole by this creature.
Alright, so 5. 15. Alright, I'm gonna go right in front of here.
Yeah, I would say as you cross that threshold there, you would kind of glance over and see Mel quickly get pulled into the other bush.
Gosh, there's just so much shit going on. Okay. Oh my god.
Doozy.
It's a doozy.
Mixed
Mel
signals.
was out and then Mel was put back in, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, you don't know that though. You just
Yeah.
see her get pulled in as she's laying there unconscious.
Okay, I'm gonna keep where I was though, because I don't know.
Yep.
Staying in character. So I'm gonna run to Alba and I'm gonna take a swing with my Dragon Slayer.
All right.
And while I'm doing that, I'm going to make it a...
You can always call for it after you hit.
Oh, right, because it says before or after.
Yeah.
The one.
I mean,
Okay.
you don't want to. You don't expend it unless you hit. So.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna attack with my Dragon Slayer.
All right. Let's see it. A 16 does hit.
Okay, amazing.
As you hack into this mound of... This one is more bush.
Yeah. And then I'm going to make that...
You're trimming the hedges. Making it a what?
I'm gonna make it a... before or after... I'm gonna make it a precision attack. So
Well,
you
you're
can spend one
already
spirit
hitting.
die. You can, oh wait, you can make before attacking before any effective attacks are applied. Okay, yeah, whatever. That's 11 slashing.
All right. It will do 11 slashing.
And then I'm gonna attack again
All right.
with the Dragon Slayer. Oh!
Yeah. 25 will definitely hit. For 14 more points of slashing, you're just hacking away, getting faint visions of Alva within. See her purple
Amazing.
skin and horns kind of peeking through occasionally, but her mouth is clearly covered as she is starting to lose air.
Alright, and I'm gonna attack again.
Are you action surging?
I am going to action surge. So can
Alright.
I action surge and use Great Weapon Master at the same time?
Yeah, you can use Great Weapon Master for any attack that you make.
Okay, that's what I'm doing. Okay,
Opportunity
I'm Great Weapon
attacks,
Master.
any attack.
Okay, let me just check those off. Alrighty. Come
As
on,
you're ready for a
baby.
big old swing.
Come on, baby.
A 7 is going to be a miss, unfortunately.
Can I make that a precision attack?
You can certainly try.
Okay.
Roll me a d8.
So, okay. Roll you a d8.
Yes, your superiority
1d8.
die. A 10 is going to be a miss, unfortunately. As you try and reach out, the thing kind of scrambles away from you.
I tried.
Well, you can make another attack, because you have... Anytime you make the attack action, even with your action surge, you can make 2 attacks, so you have the extra attack.
I will attack again.
All right. A 16 will hit again.
Gosh darn it. Why wasn't that there last time?
Well, then it would have been a 16 minus 5. A 15 points of damage as you just hacking and whacking and what is that? You guys know that song, Fallout.
Yep, I was just gonna hack and whack and slash and I don't
Slashing,
know,
that's the other one.
smacking?
Yeah, smack. It is smacking. Because it
It
rhymes.
is smacking.
Hacking,
Dang.
whacking, smacking. Anything else for Isabel?
I am done hacking, whacking, and smacking.
Alright, that will take us to Alva, who is inside of the beast. What are you doing?
Then, I know it was tight getting into this space. Is it really tight quarters within it as well?
Inside of the... You are currently restrained. It is tight inside of the beast, inside of this mound of bush.
No, I mean like in the space we're all in.
Well, you're in the mouth of the cave. It's like 15 feet wide. Just this little bit here, this little crevice in front of you.
All right.
is
Can I
tight
shift?
space. Absolutely.
If I have a question, if I shift into a giant animal, will this bush just explode around me?
It's one way to find out.
All right, yeah. I'm gonna shift into a giant elk.
I need White Claw and Isabel to give me dexterity saves.
Oh god.
Elks are huge, guys. Like literally.
They are gigantic.
As Isabel, you maintain your composure. White Claw, you get kind of knocked backwards, and actually, yeah, you would get knocked backwards and get knocked prone.
Sorry.
As you would see this. Tell me about this elk. What does it look like?
Like an elk. What do you mean?
Well, you tell. I mean, is there anything different about it? It's your elk. I don't know what it looks like.
It has a nose ring. I mean, but
Yeah,
other
that's
than
fine.
that-
I mean, it could even have your horns. I don't care.
Oh, what?
It could be
Yeah,
Is
it's
purple.
it
actually purple.
Emo elk?
Yeah, it could be.
Same
It could be a
color.
purple elk. I don't care.
Purple emo
Alright.
Alva elk. I love that. Yeah, let's do that.
Does it
Oh,
listen to
that
Linkin
elk.
Park?
It probably does. As
And
yep, you
Evanescence.
shift into a giant elk as this thing spits you out.
Holy shit. That thing is huge.
It's huge. It's literally like your back is touching the ceiling in here. It's like 15 feet tall, maybe like
Oh.
12 feet tall, 15
Oh, I know,
feet
it's
long. It's
Okay.
it's huge, like literally size category huge.
Alright, and then I'm gonna attack the bush thing.
Yeah,
I want to use my hoofs.
your
for
hooves.
bludgeoning.
Yeah,
My hoofs.
absolutely. Just stomp on
Trample
it.
it, bitch.
24 will absolutely hit
Alright.
for 24 points of damage as you just stomping on it.
Stop, bitches.
Yeah. Plenty of its vine and like limbs are just getting trampled and torn off of it.
Good.
Anything else for Alba?
No, that's all.
All right. That will take us to the mound outside, who is going to. Doesn't like that. You would see a warble of green energy in this mound of bush. As Alva, I need a wisdom saving throw.
Okay. Wisdom save.
All right. You can feel some presence try to creep inside your mind, but it does not affect you. As the mound just kind of wriggles with that green energy. That will take us to Mel. I need you to whisper me a death save, please.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Taking us to White Claw. Getting knocked down as this thunderous stomping at the front of this cave happens.
I really can't see the creature anymore. He's gonna stand up.
You can kind of see it between the hooves, but it would definitely have cover.
Yeah. Let me 5, 10, 15. If you move, we'd be able to move like right there, behind you. No, it takes
No,
all of it.
you cannot share the space with the elk. It's also, I would say it is tight for the elk. It can do it, but it doesn't leave any
Yeah.
room. Leaves room to be desired for sure.
Fucking gigantic hell.
Yep.
Uh,
The horse nearby is kind of frightened and tries to step away.
I bet. I bet. Let's see. Like, no, I can't really. Does it mean does it mean I have to see? With and you're okay if we can see? I can't.
Yeah, you can see beyond. It's not blocking
Oh,
your
I
entire
mean,
vision.
I'm gonna have to cast it there because I was gonna cast it here
All
to
right.
help Zedkill, but I cast the maximum grasp about right there by the rock so that it can still catch the vine monster.
There should be a hand for you to bring out,
Let me see.
and you should be able to drag it out. That stone claw.
There you go.
There you go. That is a
All right.
cat claw made of stone lurches out from the ground.
I always forget if my action is just
Yes, it is your action to cast that one,
okay, yeah.
and
So
it
that's gonna
automatically does it against it. But the creature got a 16 on its saving throw.
All right.
As it tries to grab a hold of the mound.
That'll be it.
That will take us to Zad. Seeing Mel's unconscious form get dragged and pulled in, she is now covered and consumed by the grass.
Zadkiel, seeing this, flapping his great fiery wings, shoots forward like a cannonball into the creature, trying to grasp at Mel, make contact with her in any way, trying even to maybe push her fully out if he can. I don't know if that's possible.
You can certainly try, and give me an athletics check with your action.
Can I lay on hands as I'm doing that, or can I do one or the other?
That is one or the other.
Lay on hands, 35 points.
You can't get. I'm still gonna need an athletics check to reach her.
All right.
With the 9, as you kind of reach out, trying to feel for where Mel is, it's not happening.
Was that my action?
I'll say your action is not expended because you didn't use lay on hands. You're just kind of reaching in there, try and grab her. I'll say if you make an attack, you can only make one attack. There's going to be some penalty because you. Yeah. You know what? I'm going to backtrack on what I just said. It will use your action. Because you tried to do the thing. It just didn't work.
Just didn't work. Failed thing. Sorry, Mel.
You still have a bonus action.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. But her bonus action.
I don't think you have any good bonus
I
action.
don't think I'm looking. I'm searching for something to help, and I just don't have it. I'm sorry. Yep. Action. Everything's an action.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, it's the end of my turn.
All right, that will take us to the mound. Mel. fail a death save.
Wait, I automatically fail Death Slave?
You take 13 points of damage
Okay.
as this thing crushes you.
Alright.
It's eating you. And then it's going to try to slam into Zadkiel. Getting a 10 and a 15 to hit.
They both miss.
As you shield up, bash it away. Taking us to Isabel, blocked by this giant elk.
Okay. Blocked by the giant elk. Kind of look over to my left or right. I don't know. And I see Zad's having a bad time. I don't see Mel anymore.
Nope.
So I'm gonna go through here. Is this difficult terrain going through here?
It's just that little 5 feet, so just add 5 feet to your movement.
All right, I'm gonna go through here and be like, then when I'm able to see Mel being like eaten alive.
You might catch a glimpse of her armor, but you don't see her.
Okay, I'm gonna like freak out at that and try and rescue Mel from that. So am I able to use an action to try and pull Mel out?
You absolutely can. It is an athletics check.
Okay, so I'm gonna try that.
With a 17, kind of just reaching in there, ripping apart these little, or pulling apart the vines here. You see her lifeless form pull in and reach and pull her out.
And I'm gonna turn to Zad quickly and say, she's not looking so hot. And I guess as a bonus action, because I saw my bonus action.
Yep.
I can, let's see what I'll do.
Is she breathing?
Hard to tell.
She's obviously laying down prone right now.
Yeah, she's dead or dying.
Am
You're not
I?
sure.
Would patting her on the back, getting her up, be an action? I would say that's a bonus action.
Patting her on the back and getting her up? What do you mean by that?
Like, come on there, old chap. Come on, let's
you can pat her on the back and nothing happens.
Oh.
She is dead or dying.
So could that pat her on the back, like, get her up to 1 HP? Could the pat on the back do that?
Tell me how. How? You have no magic.
You know any magic?
Don't really tell me how. There's no way how.
Okay.
Yeah, unless you have a potion of healing, and that is a action to use on someone else.
I thought it was gonna be a good pat on the back of encouragement.
Yeah, you give her a pat on the back, and she rolls over limply.
Yeah. It's not,
Sounds like
D&D.
Sounds like this is going to take us to Alva.
Yeah.
Alva. Big giant elk.
Yes.
What you doing?
Okay. Let's see. I'm gonna hoof this bush in front of me again.
Hey, Stomper's gonna stomp.
Stomper's gonna stomp, yo.
24 absolutely hits. For 21 points of bludgeoning as you're just stepping, and as you're, you can just tearing apart this bush here. Anything else for Alva?
Shifting back is an action, or like unshifting?
It is a bonus action for you.
Bonus action.
But you are tearing it up as the elk.
Yeah, I'm just trying to think of how I can help Mel. But I think that's gonna be it for this round.
All right, that will take us to the mound outside, which is now going to try to slam into the elk as best it can, getting a 10 and a 14 to hit.
The 14 just hits.
As it grabs a hold of one of your hooves, just gripping tight, you take 19 points of bludgeoning damage as the elk. Taking us to Mel. You'll roll me a death save, please. All right. White Claw. What you doing?
He's gonna move up to the door. Still be able to see the creature there. The
Yeah.
claw's going to try to grapple that thing.
All right.
That's the action.
Got a nat 1 on its save as it does grab a hold of it.
And as a bonus action, with 2 sorcery point, we're going to use a chill touch on this one right there.
All right.
Oh, that's what I gotta use. There you go.
Getting a nat
Nat
1
1.
as a little bit of stone kind of crumbles and it kind of startles you for a second, expecting a third shambling mound to appear, but it does not. You miss. Anything else for
That'll be it.
roll some damage for the claw.
All right. Let's see if it doesn't work. So 2d6 doesn't work. Okay, I'll do it manually.
Yeah, old school. It will take 7 points of bludgeoning damage. Taking us to Zadkiel.
Okay, Zadkiel is going to. He's still in the air, I believe, right?
Yeah, you still got wings. You can fly.
He's just
Or no,
gonna
you
dive
did
bomb.
land. You are landed.
I did.
But you can hop over there pretty much.
Yeah, he's gonna just kind of hop, skip, jump, whatever he needs to do to get to Mel. And he's gonna pump her with lay on hands, 35 points. Hope for the
Alright.
best, man.
As Mel, it's been a moment. You feel this warm wind rush across your face as you breathe once more with 35 hit points. Anything else for Zad?
No, that'll be it.
Thank you.
Who else will I philosophize with?
As the creature does lurch towards Zadkiel, getting a 10 and a 24 to hit.
24 hit.
As you take 15 points of bludgeoning damage.
15, you said?
15, I said. Taking us to Isabel.
15, he said!
Seeing this thing grab out, trying to pull Zadkiel into it now. What are you doing? Isabel?
Sorry, can you hear me now?
We can hear you now.
Sorry. Oh my gosh. Sorry. I was wondering what was going on. I muted myself.
Every time.
Every time. Every time I mute myself.
Not just, I mean, you know, it happens.
It happens. Okay. I'm just gonna attack this gnarly swamp thing. Swamp thing with giant, jagged teeth that needs braces.
Alright.
With my Dragon Slayer.
It doesn't need braces. It's got good teeth. Look at them.
That looks like gingivitis.
But a
Damn.
24 will definitely hit. For 12 points of slashing damage, just hacking into this bush.
Bing bong. Get down. I'm gonna hit it again
Alright.
with another slash. But with this slash, I'm gonna make it a great weapon master.
Alright. Let's see it.
Let's see
Readying
it.
for a big old swing.
Big ol' swing.
You got an 8.
Nope.
That is going to be a miss.
That will be a miss, I can tell you that much. And I believe
You can always try if you want with the superiority. I'm not saying
Say
do
that
it.
again?
You can always try with your superiority die. With your...
To try and like push it over the edge with the...
With your precision attack.
Yeah, that's what I tried that already and it didn't work.
I'm just saying you still have it. I'm just throwing it out there. Throwing options. If you don't want to do it, you don't have to.
I don't want to do that.
All right.
Dungeon Master.
That's fair. That will take
I'm
us.
gonna take my loss.
That will take us to Alva, the big old elk.
All right, Hoover's gonna hooves. I'm gonna
Hoover's
hoof again.
hooving. A 19 it hits it. It's a bush.
Damn.
You're stepping on it
Okay.
for 25 points of bludgeoning damage as the bush trampled. It's just like tattered leaves around. It is not in a good way at the moment.
It's still alive?
Yes.
Oh my god.
The bush.
I took like 75 points of damage just by myself.
These are hardy bushes.
Hardy bushes.
Yep.
Dang.
Anything else for Alva?
No, that's all.
There was a joke in there somewhere, but
Somewhere.
Yeah.
That will take us to the bush, as it is going to attempt to slam into the elk.
Okay.
Getting a 16 and an 11 to hit,
The 16 hits.
as you take 10 points of bludgeoning damage, which will take us to Mel. As this battle, either side of you, you've got Zad kind of wings flying, grabbing a hold of you, and you see Isabel next to you just swinging wildly with her sword. You're on the ground. What are you doing?
I'm muted.
There's no penalty if I cast from the ground, is there?
Depending on what it is. Attacks have disadvantage.
So, she's gonna do Dissonant Whispers.
Okay.
And so,
Got a big old 8. As Alva types furiously. It will take 10 points of psychic damage. You see that green warble around it. I do need Mel to give me a wisdom saving throw, but as it moves away, just enough for Zadkiel and Isabel both to get attacks of opportunity if you want.
Yes.
Oh, of course.
Yes.
Mel, this bush is your best friend you've ever met.
Damn it.
It's you hear in your head, don't
figure
let them hurt me. Please, don't let them hurt me. I'm just hungry. And Isabel, if you want to take attack of opportunity, you can as well. As you both roll 11s and both miss, as that green energy radiates around it, and it kind of throws you off guard in this brief moment, taking us to White Claw.
Before we move on,
Oh, yep, sorry.
can you describe the nature of the charm and how
That's up to you to interpret.
passionate am I to save him? The bush?
This is up to you to interpret. It's how would Mel treat her best friend? That's up to you. It's telling you, please don't let them hurt me. Save me. I'm just hungry. I mean, they're still, these guys are still your friends, so not saying you gotta murder your friends, but take from that what you will.
Okay.
That'll take us to White Claw.
So the claw is going to crush.
All right.
I always forget. So it just crushes. I always forget it's the bonus action. Okay, it's an action. So yeah, an action is gonna crush.
It
takes 2d6.
It automatically takes it, yeah, unless it tries to escape, which it doesn't care about escaping. It's hungry. It will take 5 points of crushing damage.
And let's see.
Bonus action.
It's a bonus action. I always forget Gonna use a sorcery level 1 sorcery point to get. Sorry, level 1 slot to get sorcery point back.
Alright.
That'll be it.
I'll take this Zadkiel.
Alright, Zadkiel, seeing it's evident that this creature is not going to retreat, he will fly towards it and he will attack.
Alright.
He's actually going to. So for no, you know what? Never mind. I'll just do divine if I hit.
If you hit,
I was
alright.
gonna do searing smite.
Hey, why not?
But-
I don't care. And then you
Hey,
can add
let's
you can
just
add you can
do-
add divine onto it. I don't care.
Yeah, let's do it. Let's do a level 2 searing smite. All right. let's put
Okay.
that-
Big
So-
guns.
I gotta attack with that first.
As your blade lights up with fire,
Do it, dude.
and it just kind of like swings into the dirt as this thing pushes your arm down. You're still concentrating on your searing smite, though.
Okay, so still
Yeah,
going.
it
I
doesn't
attack
get used
again.
until you hit.
Gotcha. All right, I attack again.
A 12 is also going to be a miss, unfortunately.
I cry a little.
Fair enough.
The end. Every time I try to use a smite that's not divine smite, I roll terribly.
That
It's like
has been the
experience.
case most times, but you never know. At which point the creature will try to slam down onto Zadkiel in return. Sword and all. Getting a 19 with its first attack,
That's a miss.
and a 16 with its second attack.
That's also a
And
miss.
you're just kind of shielding it away and just kind of, swinging your sword to try and at least deter it. And it seems to work. That will take us to Isabel.
All right. Okay, I'm gonna take a step forward,
All right.
and I am going to attack. I'm gonna take a big swipe.
Big swipe.
A big swipe.
Doing the great weapon master.
I'm thinking about it actually.
Well, that's what I think of when I
Um,
think of big swipe.
A big swipe, that is. Da, 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 da. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna do a great weapon master.
All right.
Why not? And we got that.
A
Yeah.
15 just hits.
Oh, I was supposed to say, get that precision out. Get it out. Okay. Okay.
Oh, I was trying to give you time in
Cool.
case you wanted to use precision. But 15 absolutely hits as you do 22 points of damage to it with a large swinging arc. Just kind of like it splits apart and half of the vines just kind of fall limp there, as this thing is also very, very worse for wear.
Wait, it's not bye-bye yet?
No,
Nope.
these are
Aw.
these
It's
are
it's
hardy
what do
hardy
you call that?
bushes.
It's like kudu, that shit that grows everywhere down south.
Kudzu.
Kudzu, yeah.
Oh,
You do have a second attack.
I'll attack it again.
All right, attack it again. Another big swing.
That's just getting greedy.
I mean, I don't care.
I mean,
Greed.
we're talking about it.
Greed.
We're talking about Isabel. I think she really is greedy. So
I know, but
It's your
I've
call.
gotta,
You whatever
I've gotta watch.
whatever you want to do.
Watch. All right. Here.
Gordon Gecko.
A
Look at that.
22 will definitely hit it,
All right.
as it does 15 points of slashing damage. As the thing kind of starts to crumble, going limp, it's still writhing though, as it's
Oh my goodness.
barely up.
And your life. Okay. That's
No. That will take us to Alva, the large elk outside, stomping on this mound out here still.
But yeah, the Queen of Hooven And I'm gonna, when I hoof this time, I'm gonna do it jauntily, almost like I'm doing a river
like a
dance.
little prance.
Yeah.
All right.
My antlers going back and forth.
Fair enough. A 16 hits. 25 points of bludgeoning damage. You hoof it as it smashing it, and you can see there's actually bones inside of there, and
God.
it's getting torn apart. Not its bones. It looks like humanoid bones that you start to step on a little.
I thought the plant actually had bones inside of the vine.
No. Just mostly branches and brambles and all sorts of, any kind of flora you can think of, as it is done for.
Alright, I'm gonna reach down and I'm gonna take a big old bite of some of the plant, eat some of that.
Tastes good.
After all that
what?
food. I'm just gonna kind of very lazily chew, like,
Yeah.
You should do a big bleat though, like
It's
yeah, like the T-Rex at the end of Jurassic Park. I do that.
I gotcha. That will take us to Mel. These guys are hurting your best friend.
Mm-hmm. She's conflicted because her friends are fighting, so she's going to cast sleep spell on the room.
Ooh.
All right, what
Night,
level?
night. What level would you do for your friends?
It's a bit of a nightmare. Second. Level 4.
Oh. Okay.
She's just really not happy with
Same, man.
the world.
That's
She's laying down on the floor, so it's okay.
that's playing the game. You're charmed. I get
Fair
it.
enough. And it's also non-lethal. For 57 points
It
of hit
kind of like,
points.
you're just kind of trying to get your friends to stop fighting each other.
That's hilarious.
Yeah, absolutely.
Zadkiel falls limp and just plops to the ground. Mel, as you're just kind of surging out with this sleep spell energy, you also fall asleep. As it was just enough hit points to get both of you guys. Unfortunately, Isabel has barely lost any hit points, and she has significantly more.
Oh, no, just so you know, I was trying to put also the bush
The bush to sleep,
well,
yeah. It happens to be immune.
because plants don't sleep, supposedly.
Yeah.
Yet again,
Wait,
a
how many-
great spell.
What would have been even funnier is all three of you guys go sleeping and just one God just look at us like, I'm
So
As
how many hit points did I take? 52?
you took none. You didn't take damage.
None.
She can put to sleep that many hit points of creatures, and it always starts with the lowest hit points. So it would go to Zadkiel first, and then Mel, and then you. But yeah, Mel, you're passed out. Zad, you're passed out. White Claw, you're awake.
So let's see. So as an action, it can reach for move to different unoccupied space.
I would
but
say
is it within me or within?
It has to
him?
move. It has to move.
So it would be, I guess it'd be. So he's gonna leave it there. He's gonna cast Chill Touch on that creature right there.
All right, go for it. That's gonna hit it. Woo. For 15 points necrotic damage. Roll me a d10 here, White Claw. Actually, roll me one more d10. Okay. Fair enough. As your necrotic kitty claw reaches out towards this bush, as its shambles, its shambling mound is in shambles, as it starts to just get torn apart. It flops to the ground, revealing bones within it, as well as a body. Body of a... It's a person. Which person, though? Yeah, it's a person. We'll figure it out later. As Zad and Mel are sleeping peacefully within the cave here. You can see there are skeletons of 3 people total within these shambling mounds and 1 body. And as the battle comes to a close with the bleeding of the large elk in the room, that'll be a good spot for us to take our little 5-10 minute break a little later. But yeah, we'll take our little break here and pick up in a few minutes. So about on the hour. So stick around, folks. We'll be back. Alrighty, folks. We are back to it, and last we left off, our troop went to go check out the little mining operation, or at least hoping to be mining operation, discovering looks like everyone dead at this point, and 2 large bushes that tried to eat you as well. And after a tough and trying battle, the bushes fell apart and you see 3 skeletal corpses and 1 who had just died.
And you're going to say something about that guy? Like who he is or
Yeah.
something?
I'm just gonna tell you the... Yes, it is a dwarf.
Another dead dwarf.
Yep.
Yeah.
Male dwarf.
Callum.
And Mel doesn't recognize him in any sense from Phandelver.
Yeah, you would recognize him. As I just closed
Okay.
the thing.
Potential relative of Calvin's.
This is Cartham Humblepick.
Oh my god, it's Humblepick.
I'm pretty sure he's related to Calvin too.
Humblepick.
Don't you think all dwarves are related?
Well, at least to Calvin.
And he's dead? There's nothing we can do?
Give me a medicine check. And you start looking over his body. Yeah, he's a goner.
Are you still on whisper about him?
She got a 5.
Yeah.
Can
She's got-
Zadkiel inspect the cave for anything peculiar besides, you know?
Sure. Give me a investigation check. A nat 20. You can see some very recent unearthed kind of mining going on here. It looks hastily done, almost as if kind of looking around this with a nat 20, looking around the scene here. And kind of piece together, like Sherlock Holmes almost, in this one moment for Zadkiel. The miners were trapped in here. Had to have been. And it looks like they were trying to dig out. But they actually found a large vein of silver.
Interesting. And so now we are the only ones who know about this large vein of silver.
Well, in a way,
I mean,
they know that
Halia
it's
knows the location.
prospectors.
Oh, right.
There was also
Not that I
another
wanted.
and there was another miner with them who you guys met, and he ran to get help.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, not that I'm looking for an entire
Silver mine.
silver mine, but
So
I think
should
I think we'll be rewarded to help with our provisions at least.
Is there any
Yeah.
loose
Should-
silver on the ground?
No, they
I'm
because
just looking up for Callan, you know?
no, yeah, but there is no like loose silver on the ground. There's skeletons and a body on the ground. But it seems like once they found the vein, they started mining elsewhere.
should we bury the body here or bring it to town?
I was going to suggest bringing it back to town for his family. And my
Alright.
other question is, was that all of these bushes out here?
That's a great question, Mel. I really hope so. I bet they don't do well with fire. The only problem is I don't want to set one on fire with anybody inside of it.
Mm-hmm. Shall we
Right.
return to stay here for the night and return to town in the morning? It is a 6-hour walk.
Yeah, I'd say it's a nice defensible position at the very least. Could
'Cause you have a
maybe,
huge elk at the front of the cave.
yeah,
Is
Well, we can cover it with those bushes.
true. And hope they don't come to life during the middle of the night, but
The
you know.
bushes are in shambles.
A lean-to.
But I would suggest that we rest. I'm all out of juice.
I will say, me and White Claw were talking during the break. If you were to take the elk, ride the elk back, it would take you about
Oh,
three
yeah.
3 or 4 hours.
And then we could stay in
Ooh.
town.
We could all ride the elk. It's that big.
It's huge.
that big? It's huge.
Everybody ride Alba back to town. Let's go.
Can Avi get on the back too?
No,
Does that help it?
a horse cannot ride something.
Either
Well,
I
I gotta take Avi with me. I'll take Avi. I'll be slower. My horse goes with
Slightly.
me everywhere.
It is a draft horse, not a riding horse.
Right,
Man.
so I'll take the body. And are we
Yep.
traveling to town, back to town?
If we can make it, sure.
You have about an hour and a half of sunlight left.
That's tight.
Do we want to risk it? We got
Well,
we got to save
ultimately
space.
It
We
is
got to
safe
save
here.
space here.
It is true. We could start a fire in the cave, or at least at the mouth of it,
Mm-hmm.
or in the back. I don't want to smoke us out though. That's going to be a survival check thing. I will defer to whatever the group wants to do.
I think it's probably better to sleep here,
Okay then.
not risk it. That's what I'd say. Not sure what the others would.
Is
Have
there
to say.
anyone? Is there anyone in abject disagreement?
No, but I'm just reinforcing the point of staying because the freaks come out at night.
In true, much my
Yeah.
concern as well.
But we'll be.
I was actually wrong.
Front.
And both of the mounds, before I forget, there are actually 2 goblin skeletons within.
Mhm.
We'll be vulnerable in the night too, as we read. Yep, we can defend ourselves more
Only if-
easily.
but only if they can catch us.
That is true.
Uh,
Elk
and,
is super quick.
and the elk is quick and can pretty much bore through anything.
I just rather not risk it.
Okay.
Oh.
I do cure wounds on Zadkiel,
Thank
just in
you.
case.
Oh, I forgot you 2 were asleep for a moment. Oh, we'll say that you guys got woken up. But yeah.
Probably make sure the spirit of our departed friend here makes it across.
Ooh, thanks, Mel.
You're welcome.
All right, so you guys planning to bed down in the cave here for the night?
Yeah.
Is there anything you'd like to do before you bed down?
I have some salted meat I'd like to make everybody. If anybody would care, it's salted owl bear meat. I have 9 rations of that.
Uh,
I'm good on that for now, but perhaps later. I'm actually, if you all don't mind, I'm just going to go outside to pray for a bit.
Praying won't fill your belly, dude.
No, but it may fill my soul.
Anybody else?
no. I'm happy with my ration.
Okay.
Don't
It's
rush
essentially
the
just her
cooking.
rations.
Well, I'm gonna have some owl bear meat then. All by my lonesome. It's pretty good. It's been salted.
Is that the owlbear in which you were rolling around in the dung?
Probably.
No, I think this is I don't know.
All the way back then?
No, this is other stuff. It's just her rations.
Okay.
Just flavor that she made them.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So Zadkiel goes out to probably to the tree line and kneels down and he begins to pray, almost kind of he does it reverently and with respect, but almost like with anger. And he says, "My lady, what would you have me do? Protect my friends, or protect every creature I come across?" It's been difficult. I don't have a sign of authority. It's been hard. Just if you could send me any sign that I'm on the correct path.
Give me an insight check. All right. With a 21 as you're praying by a small patch of trees over the hills as you look across. You hear the howling of wolves in the distance.
Zadkiel howls back.
Okay.
Excuse me, can we have RP for that?
As you howl back, give me a
Thank you.
animal handling check.
Ooh, I think it'd be better at this. Ugh.
An 8. The howls fade away. No longer heard over the drizzling of on the leaves. Pitter patter of rain. You guys inside the cave would hear howling not too far away. Well, imitation of howling. It's obvious that this is not a wolf. To any of you with trained ears.
Is the fire inside the cave?
You haven't lighted up yet.
I mean, you can absolutely. That's perfectly fine. I don't care.
I'm gonna light a fire, guys. I want to cook up my rations.
Well, they're already cooked, they're already preserved, so you don't need to cook them.
I wanna get a nice crisp on them. You know?
Zad returns to camp. Obviously, he looks sullen.
Why the long face?
Sometimes you don't get the answers you want to hear. You just have to accept it.
I find gods to be fickle. They believe, they're believers believe in them, they're happy. If they don't, they challenge them. It's this whole process of believing and not believing and believing and not believing. They seem to enjoy it.
They are
Yes.
fickle beings, I'll give you that.
That's why I like my god. She doesn't even consider herself to be one. You don't even have to worship. Just be aware. Was that howling I heard?
Yes. It was a poor attempt at communication, I suppose. It's been a long road trying to keep the tenets of this oath. And you're right. I've taken risks. Seems sane in hindsight. But who am I if not a servant of Mieliki? I should get some rest.
Before you go off, I don't think I've heard you pray through howling before.
It was an attempt to connect to the brother and sisters of the forest that don't seem to connect to me. Perhaps through my own fault.
I'm sure in time we may. Time heals.
Don't give up, Zad.
It makes you wonder what's actually worth protecting.
Everything.
I'll take a mid-watch. I just need to clock out for a few hours. And without
So-
going to a corner and just kind of roll over.
Right. I'll have to say a little prayer for our little departed friend. I can do it whenever. Probably in the middle of the night.
What kind of prayer does he give?
He's gonna about prayer for kill him for the dead. to pass beyond the veil.
All right.
Isabella?
And he'd say it in
Oh, sorry.
Celestial.
That's fair.
Yeah?
What are we gonna do about your horse?
What do you mean about my horse?
Your horse can't. I don't think it's gonna fit in through that tunnel.
He's a fine horse. He'll stay exactly where I want him to.
Okay.
Are you sure? You
Well,
probably
well,
should go out there and sleep to get on the other side to keep an eye on him.
Maybe
Yeah,
I can
that
bring the
was-
horse. Can I bring the horse inside?
Yeah, you can bring it inside, just not inside the small cave where you guys are.
Okay. I'm gonna walk out. And I'm gonna bring it.
It would be out there getting rained on in the moment.
No! Oh my gosh! I'm so sorry, Abby. Here, come inside. I'm so sorry.
It'll go inside. It doesn't seem to care. It's a workhorse.
I'm giving some nice good pats, and I say, "You are a good horse."
And Mel does another illusion and replies, "Thank you. I love you so."
I say, "Oh my gosh, I love you too. I'm glad finally my love is being returned." I don't think I ever really been told I love you ever. You're the first person to say it.
You've been so kind to me.
Oh my gosh. Finally, someone notices. Maybe there is something out there. Then I go off. But I don't tell anybody that I heard the horse speak again. Because I'm embarrassed. Because the horse said I love you again.
I would say as you come back to the group and Zadkiel's taking his armor off for the day, as you're dismantling it, feel something weird on your shoulders, Zadkiel. Kind of roll up your sleeve. You would see, and all of you would see in the firelight, one large yellow eye.
On the
Ew.
shoulder?
On his shoulder.
Ew.
Zad?
Can you
What's
see
that?
me?
Is that what happens when you howl to pray?
I don't know. And then Zad will immediately cast channeled, or what is not channel divinity, but detect divine sense.
You don't sense anything.
Oh my goodness.
Is it like a demonic eye, like a human eye?
It's
an
like a
animal
human
eye?
eye, it's just yellow.
Jaundice.
It looks like a jaundiced eye. Dark brown kind of iris.
Oh, a jaundiced brown eye.
Zadkiel pulls out a dagger. Considers for a moment.
Whoa. Calm down there.
Fa-
Let's not
Fa-
poke
Fang
anybody's
would
eye
go
out.
would go right in front of him and stop him from stabbing himself. Wait. We don't know what it is, but do you really want to stab yourself?
You can see the eye kind of darting around, looking around at you all.
Would
You'd want it off if you had it on you.
okay, calm down. Would Wycliffe be able to look at it and maybe try to figure out what it is?
It's gonna be a tough
Sorry,
one,
yeah.
but you can give me an Arcana check.
Oh gosh.
Like
We're proficient,
really tough. Yeah, no idea. You've never heard of this before. It's ridiculous.
I feel like
Zad,
the guy
you-
from Resident Evil 2.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay.
Zad, can you check for other parts, like on your other shoulder or something, or like, can you take your like other
Zadkiel
armor
just
off?
starts. Zadkiel literally will just take all of his
Strip
garments
naked.
off. strip right
Oh.
naked and like check me
Oh
out.
no, no, no. I
We've
just
been together long enough. This is
Yes.
strictly,
whoa, Zach,
Even
whoa.
Alpha's like, yes.
this is
Just if there's like
strictly
anything else.
Are
anything,
there any
just
other?
anywhere. And Zach heals like just like anywhere on my body, any crevice, crack. Just please, I need to know.
On your shoulder. We can
DM,
see.
do we
I'm
see
not gonna.
anything
Okay,
else?
give me a medicine check.
Oh gosh. Who wants to do the medicine check?
I'll do it.
Okay, yeah, my medicine ain't that great.
And I ain't that great either for medicine.
You notice a few suspect moles,
Oh
You have
but then you kind of wipe them
cancer.
away. It's just dirt.
no! Oh,
Ugh.
thank goodness. Oh,
Right, so there's only that eye.
Mel cast detect magic,
No magic?
detecting, and no magic anywhere in the cave.
No.
Do you feel that at all? Zakiel?
DM, do I feel it move?
You don't feel the eyeball move, no.
No.
and there's only one eyeball.
Yeah.
So,
On it will say his
Yeah.
right shoulder.
somebody want to touch it?
Oh my gosh,
How
Zad,
about-
touch it.
Zad,
I'll
How about
touch
it?
it. Zad
Stick 'em
touches
out.
It,
Zad, poke it.
it kind of closes shut. You feel it close shut.
Okay, so it's reflexive. Okay.
And as you
Okay.
poke it, you feel like you've just been poked in an eye. Like it's not a pleasant feeling.
So I'm gonna be like,
oh
so?
yeah, we're not gonna keep doing that. It hurts. It hurts me too.
Oh,
Thank you
oh.
for stopping me with the dagger. Oh gosh.
Okay, that's
Uh.
good you didn't stab yourself. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Whoo.
right.
This
I don't
this
think
is
I have anything for this one.
I've never seen this
know-
before.
You know what? What we can do? I only need 4 hours, and those being are 4 hours, I can just stare and I can still see. As long as I don't move, so I can just stare at you, and if anything happens,
Wait, are you willing to stare at an eyeball for 4 hours?
if I have to.
Okay. Is there anybody in town that would maybe know something about this?
You're gonna go in town in the
Be
middle of
No,
the
no,
night.
I'm not saying split up the party. I'm just saying should the
I'd be
next morning we
stabbed
go
on
back.
sight. Imagine if you saw a man looking like me right now walking into town with a giant eyeball on his shoulder.
Well, we'd put your armor back on.
Oh
We'd keep
yeah,
it
I have armor.
we'd
Oh,
keep it a secret. We'd put your armor back on, and then the person we trust, we shabam, you know? Here's
maybe
the
we could
third eye.
bandage it. Maybe we could bandage it shut.
Put a
Okay.
The
little
armor.
on it.
Can you
Look.
wait? Can you see out of the third eyeball? Can you try to see?
I'll try. And that he'll tries to see out of the third eyeball.
I don't know how you do that, but
Nope.
no, you can only feel out of that
Okay.
third eyeball. Gosh darn it.
Yeah. It's literally
Okay.
the worst version of a third eyeball you could possibly have.
We need. I think we all need some rest.
Yeah,
Oh,
maybe this is
God.
a bad dream. Maybe it's just a bad dream.
Yeah. Well, I will let you think that, but I have my
Sildar would
doubts.
know what to do. He'd know.
So, who's Sildar?
Sildar,
You know,
our friend back in town.
my dad, basically.
I don't know anyone named Sildar.
You would have met him on the way back when you turned
yes.
in the glass staff.
Yeah, I didn't
Right.
think you guys get along.
It's just a bit fuzzy. I may have. I don't know.
Or was that the mayor?
It's okay.
I'm thinking of?
You'll meet him again. But he'd know what to do. He always knows what to do.
I don't know. You sure?
Hey,
Yeah, I have no idea where he is, but he went off on a mission. But anyway, Zad, maybe maybe we should take Bang up on his offer. We sleep for the night. He stays up with one of his shifts and make sure there's
2 of
no
my
more
shifts.
eyes. 2 of the shifts.
And I
Make
can
sure no
stare at the
eyeballs are popping
rest.
back out.
I think that's a good idea.
Can you lay on your back, or is that gonna hurt?
I'll lay on the other shoulder, or I can sit against the wall. I've slept in all types of positions.
Perhaps sleeping against the wall, so it's only sees the wall.
Yes, in a corner.
Mm-hmm.
I tried to see if I have a spoon to see if we want to spoon it out of the socket, but I don't have any spoons.
No.
No.
Poke hurt enough. And I am
Your
not
stupid
a-
ideas.
All right.
that-
Okay. Well, I'll take second watch, I
averse to
guess.
pain.
I'm gonna put in my TMJ mouth guard, and I'm gonna get some shut eyes. Remember, TMJ mouth guard.
So-
it is canon to the story.
I can
Yep.
take the first and the second. On the
Okay, I'll
third
take
and the
second.
fourth, I can still see, but if anything happens, I'm gonna be slow to wake up. If
I'll
to use,
take-
to use that word, so someone should watch Zed with me.
I can take one of those.
Okay.
All right,
If no one's gonna take first, I'll take first.
Mm-hmm.
I'm doing first and second, and like I said, yeah, the other two I'll be a bit slower to react, but I can still see.
Okay, I guess I'll take first then, as
All
well
right.
with you. That means somebody has to take second. With.
Fair enough.
Yes, Mel taking second or third.
It's up to her. It's up to you.
You
I'll
can take
take second.
second. Awa can take third.
So okay, yeah. So White Claw's gonna be completely awake the first and the second, and the third and the fourth he's gonna be
So
he's gonna be
yes.
able to see.
So he doesn't
but
need
it-
anyone
it's
with him on the
slowing.
first 2 watches.
Yeah,
Oh, okay. So then I'll take the third, and then Mel, you take the fourth.
he's gonna be slower to react on the third and fourth, but he can
Okay.
still see everything around him.
Okay. So I'll take the
Okay.
third, Mel, you take the fourth, but then you take first and second. Okay, cool. All right, I just put on my TMJ night guard. Night.
One by one, as you start to get some disturbed sleep, or whatever rest you can, hearing the pitter-patter of rain outside the cave. White Claws, you're watching keenly on this eye. That kind of bone feeling in your foot, say like an hour and a half, 2 hours into your watch, you would see something protrude out of your foot before sinking back in. Just like you had seen previously.
You just shake that thought away, not say anything to the others, and
Yeah, they're
just keep
sleeping.
making sure that Zad is safe.
Zad seems safe. He's sleeping like a baby. One by one going through your watches. Pretty uneventful. Save for Isabel. Isabel, this night, you are racked with dreams of Sildar being hanged for his crimes that he didn't commit. And you'd see the wizard who you guys had captured, Glassstaff, Iarno Glassstaff, behind it, holding the rope up, smiling and laughing, as you're kind of chained down to a chair, just having to watch this in a very public place in the middle of Neverwinter, in like a square. Darkened skies above, kind of gray, dreary. You can notice there's a little bit of tangles of weird grass all throughout the cobblestone pavement around. And it's just a repetition of Sildar being hanged. And then it's almost like the scene resets. Calls out to her, or at least tries to, but it's muffled and muted. Can't make out a word. And this last one, this last iteration of this repetitive dream, something different. You're being hanged, and Sildar's the one holding the rope. As you're trying to escape, as one would. Iarno comes up to you from out of nowhere. It's this wizard who you sent to Neverwinter to be imprisoned. He stabs you right in the chest. As you wake up drenched in sweat from this horrible, horrible scenes. And everyone else is kind of waking up at this point too, in the early morning. You all would hear this faint voice. Go there. Kill them all. Take it for me. The place you know so well. And you would all hear this voice. It's kind of echoing throughout this chamber in here. Your reward is forthcoming. Take it. Take it. And the voice fades. As the rest of you would see Isabel have jolted up from sleeping in a tiny bit, drenched in sweat as well.
So only she heard that.
No, everyone
No,
heard.
we all
Everyone
heard the
heard.
voice.
Everyone
We heard
heard
it
the
all.
voice.
But she's waking from her nightmares and sweat.
Yeah. Ugh. Whatever
Isabel,
that is.
you alright?
Yeah. Yeah, did everybody hear that?
Yes, we should leave now.
Take
Right.
what?
I
Who
don't
are
know. It's
they?
cryptic. I almost don't want to find out.
We probably should go. Let's take this unfortunate dwarf back to town. At least hopefully prayer worked, but hopefully his Mexican can properly bury him.
Yeah, right. Yeah.
You sure you're alright, Isabel? You seem a bit you're covered in sweat for sleeping.
Yeah, just some weird dreams. I think I'll be okay, but I'm haven't haven't heard from Sildar. Last time we went, he wasn't there. He was taking that prisoner away, Eardo, so maybe when we go back we can see if he's back. And if not, maybe we should check on him.
If we see him in town. Because if he's never winter around, might be too much of a trek, I believe, to go check on him.
Yeah, sure.
Yes, we should get back to town. I must speak to Sister Burrell.
Yeah.
Use of the utmost importance to me.
With that eye on his shoulder, yeah, it might be the best person to talk to. And I'd suggest doing it in a celestial so that it's not away a bit from prying eyes or prying ears.
Thank you.
If you want me, I can be there with you. It's up to you.
Yes, I wouldn't mind if you joined me, Clark.
Alright.
All right, with your destination set back on the town of Phandelver, head across the hills in it's still a wet morning, but the rain starts to subside. And kind of as it does, you can see that just gray sky above Phandelver. Arriving in town a little after midday, you would see a couple of folks give nods to you all, and then like covering their mouths as they see that you have a body with you. But as they cover their mouth, like, let's say this is Smith, just kind of lets out a big yawn, shakes their head, and goes about their way as you guys arrive back in Phandelver.
Right. We should get this to the mining exchange.
yeah.
Someone can get the mining exchange so that his next of kin can be notified. I'll go
Yeah,
with
I think
Zad to the sister.
we can and let them know what we discovered, or
Yeah.
the bushes are taken care of, we think.
Yeah.
And there seems to be silver in them thar hills.
Yeah.
I would still advise her personally to get some escort down there if in case there's another bush.
Yeah, right. And while you guys are busy with that, busy little beavers, I think I'm gonna go see, maybe Sildar. Maybe he's back, you know? Maybe he's just trotting around. Maybe the town master knows something. Just
There
gonna
goes.
scurry away just for a second. I'll be right back.
If you want to go see that snake, it's up to you.
She's not that bad.
Town master?
So out of character, I don't want to split up the group really, but
It's fine in town. I don't care about that.
Yeah, we all
yeah,
kind of have our own things we're doing anyway.
exactly. So
White
I
Claw
guess I
and
don't want.
Zed are heading to the
Yeah.
Shrine of Luck. We'll say Alva and Mel are going to the Miners Exchange, while Isabel heads to the Town Master's Hall.
Yeah.
We'll start with the Miners Exchanges. That would be first, as you guys
Mm.
come off of the Miners Trail to the Miners Exchange, seeing it. Still in a somewhat state of disrepair, but it is fixed. It's just not pretty. But arriving in, you would see Halia just kind of like, looks like she's going through some papers in this kind of central space. No one's kind of in there besides her. Looks up as she sees Mel and Alva enter. Hey, y'all ever get a chance to go down there? Worried sick. And then seeing that you guys are carrying a body. Everybody else make it out all right?
No.
Shit.
Found a lot of bones. I'm thinking they're your people.
Must have been too late.
Unfortunately, it was.
You didn't have any goblins working for you, did you?
Why would I have goblins working? Of course not. They were just running rampant through the town.
I understand. Let me just say that we found 2 bushes. Tough son of a bitches.
Oh,
But
so he wasn't lying about the weird bush?
no, I don't think so. I think these were the weird bushes because they were weird.
And
Yeah.
very dangerous.
We got 2 of them, and inside of them we found a bunch of skeletons. Bashful Spear's body. What was his name? Humble Spear?
Carthon Humblepick.
Humble pick.
Humble Pick.
Mm-hmm. Carthram.
And
Well, I see
You know,
him.
your
See
good
him
old
there.
friend.
You're not there.
Oh, right.
Well, shit, so nobody made it out?
all we found were these skeletons in this body. We also found within the cave what looks to be like a vein of silver.
Her eyes go from a disappointed look to, they perk up a little bit. Alright, well, I guess it's not a total loss. I'd still hate to lose good folk.
Yeah, I suggest if you go up there prospecting anymore, you send some mercenaries with them for protection.
What mercenaries? You got mercenaries
don't
lying
go
around
out
in
there.
your pocket?
Well, you don't have through your network, you don't know how to get some muscle.
Muscle costs money, alright? It's gonna dip into your shares.
What is our share actually?
Well, I don't rightly know because I don't know the status of your find. I gotta get some other prospectors out there to go inspect it. It could be 5 gold. It could be thousands. Who knows? Silver though,
But
that's good. That's good. You can
so
see
we get
her eyes are kind of calculating at the moment.
you're saying we get a percentage of what you find for the
Right.
life of
That
for
was
the life of mine?
that was the agreed upon. Monthly, of course. I mean, you can get your payment here at the end of the month.
Uh-huh.
I gotta inform Cartham's friends and let him know he ain't got no family in town, but sure his buddies, I mean, most of them were in the pack that was with him. But, yeah.
Well, I can't speak for my comrades, but if we were able to provide you protection, could we increase our points of the share?
Are you gonna stick around and wander the hills with us every day?
That's to be as you're saying. There's a lot to decide there, but I'm just making it as a possibility if you make it worth our while.
I wouldn't increase your share, but I'd be willing to give you 10 gold a week.
2
10
gold
day.
a day. Gold. Make it 2 gold a day, maybe. But I can't make you any promises on that agreement. I gotta check with my comrades, as I said.
Well,
Isn't
I'm
that right,
not.
Albert?
Yes, we have to check first.
Well, then I won't agree on a price until we get an agreement that you'll be escorting us out there. Well, not me personally. Got an office to run, papers and whatnot. But if you escort my folk out there, I'd be willing to pay.
Okay.
But
I'll
it would be on a weekly basis.
Let us talk to the rest of the group and we'll let you know.
Mhm.
I didn't take you all for guards. I know y'all seem to have done some, like, other things around, what I've heard. Seen, even. I just thought that, I don't know, thought you guys would be past the guard, but yeah, I'd love to have you.
Like I said, while we were up there, we heard a voice carried by the wind in the morning.
What it
Very
say?
ominous. So and until you get that mine working, seems like my friends made a deal where we don't get any money. Is that right?
Well, none until I know what's going on there. I gotta inspect it. Now, I'll send a
Exactly.
prospector up there at some point, and if you said it might take some time if I gotta get some guards for it. And then gotta get guards for the miners too, and it might not
If
be
it's
worth it. Well, we'll see what the prospecting turns out.
Yeah, who knows? It might be a good vein and pay for itself in that structure.
Well, gotta pay for more than itself. We'll see, but we'll discuss all that in time. If you leave the body on that bench there, just make sure you cover it up good in case someone comes in. I don't gotta see that. I gotta write a letter to his friends, and
Uh, we don't have a sheet. I don't know what we're covering it with.
so
Yeah.
you walked into town with a dead body just like that?
You
We're
know,
kind of
it's
used
one
to
of those
dead
major
bodies.
things. We're used to it. Yeah.
Hmm.
All right. I got it. And she like goes to like looks to be a crate covered in a sheet. She just dusts it off, and you can see some raw ore in that crate, and she'll cover the body. But just stick it over there. I don't want to look at it either. But we'll be in touch.
And before I'm leaving, I do the cantrip spare the dying on it, so it kind of preserves it a bit. I don't know if that works out at this point.
It
Spare
spare the
one
dying
minute.
doesn't do it. Spare, you're thinking of
Gentle repose.
yeah. Yeah, it makes it to where it won't come back as a zombie, and it doesn't rot further.
Okay. I
Meanwhile,
don't have that prepared, so I can't.
fair enough.
But we did get a long rest in. Forgot
You
that.
did, yeah. You can change spells out if you want. Uh,
It's a little late for that.
yeah, it's up to you. But we'll say they're gonna bury him soon, anyways. But meanwhile, we'll go to over at the next to the town green and town square at the Shrine of Luck as White Claw and Zadkiel approach. Sister Garaele, as she looks up, she's just kind of polishing. She just like kind of leans on her arm a little bit as if she kind of almost trying to take a little nap.
Everything all right, sister?
Oh, what? Oh, yeah, it was fine. I just a little tired, that's all. How can I help you? Any good fortune today?
Would just look at Zad. His eyes would say everything if she notices.
She doesn't
Sister
seem to
Gura.
notice. No.
Sister Gura, I have some questions for you, if you don't mind.
No, of course. Anything I can do to help the heroes of Phandelver.
I come for counsel. I took an oath to the goddess Mieliki because I felt such a deep connection to the forest and the creatures of the forest. And now I fear I've made a mistake.
Oh. I'm well, I'm pleased that you would consider me for counsel in this subject. I'm not too versed in Miliki's practices, other than her want to protect the forest and the creatures within it, and also make sure that, the forest also doesn't harm society as well. Keep them separate. But other than that, I'm not too certain. What troubles you about it?
Comes times I'm not sure when to protect nature or protect my friends. And there are strange things afoot. Strange,
Oh.
strange things. I feel simply watching nature is not enough right now.
Well, I would say friendship's important. I mean, you should protect your friends at any cost. As, you know, as any fortune would have it, but it depends on your oath as well. Are... That is a tough one. Does
I
your oath
fear
prevent you from protecting your friends?
Well, answer this for me. If, hypothetically, a mother bear was protecting her cubs, but in doing so, killed someone incredibly dear to you. This has not happened to me, this hypothetical. How does one resolve that? I know it's part of the natural order of things, but I feel a duty to protect people
Well,
I love over that bear.
if it killed someone dear to you, then I mean, revenge is never good, if that's what you're asking. Why would you hunt down a mother bear just for doing what a bear's gonna do? Now, if you were there to save your friend, I would, of course, do my best to attempt to. I'm not sure of Maliki's stance on the subject, though.
May I show you something? And I must warn you, it is disturbing.
We probably should go in private for this, not put it in the middle of the town,
True.
if it is possible.
Yes, you can come to my home. It's right here, and she points it out. It's right there, next to the shrine. Sure, I can step away for a moment. Often people need private things for tinctures and whatnot. But of course, come in, come in. My door is always open. And she'll lead you to her home, which is a very simple cabin. One room, like living room, kitchen. There is another room beyond it that would be probably the bedroom, but everything else is very open concept. Because it's small. But please, have a seat. But what troubles you? Has your deity cursed you for not upholding your oath?
Perhaps as Adkiel takes off his gloves and then his gauntlet, and then eventually rolls up his padded sleeve to expose the eyeball.
Oh, you have been. This is not fortunate. I would call this misfortune. What befell you?
Indeed.
Can you see out of it?
No, I cannot see out of it. Unfortunately, I can't feel any damage done to it. Otherwise, I would have cut it out myself.
Well, I'm sure it's on your body.
It's just...
I don't know what to make of that. I am sorry.
psychic goblin's eyeballs on my arm, a tentacle coming out of Alva's mouth.
And I see my bones coming out of my foot sometimes. Yeah.
Oh.
What could be causing all this type of...
I'm not certain. I will say, I swear the other day, kids were playing on the town green. I could have swore that I saw one of the kids when he blinked. This was a child. It seemed like he had extra eyelids underneath it. I've been so tired, I don't know. I probably just missaw it, but
No,
I do
we
not
believe
doubt
you.
what he saw.
But what we've seen, we believe you. Do you think anyone in Neverwinter would know a bit more about this? That we can send word for them to come down here?
I don't know what they would do for an eyeball on your shoulder or extra eyelids.
Not necessarily to cure it, but if we could get more information about it. If you know
Things
something.
have just been very strange. Almost otherworldly.
I've heard of some power struggle in Neverwinter recently, and it's preventing not communication, but my resources in Neverwinter are of course tied up, as with most of the watch there.
That's not good. The Phandelver is on its own.
The watch.
Are you part of the watch? Ted?
I was not part of the watch. I was just simple door guard. But
I can guarantee you this is not a curse from your goddess. I don't know that she... I've heard tale that maybe if she were to curse some of her non-believers, turn them into an animal or something. And this is not that. I'm sorry, I don't know what to tell you. This is...
Any idea if a god would do such a thing? Curse like this? Or is that beyond?
Of course, there's numerous gods, but not any of the well-meaning gods. There's plenty of numerous deities that like to torture and curse those, but none being worshipped here.
well,
I don't know if this seems godly, if you ask me.
I think I may need more help than just Maliki.
I think I may have. Because we all seem to be. I mean, you remember the Isabel's protrusion on her tongue that we removed.
Oh yes, that was Isabel that
It
Alva.
was her
Yeah.
second tongue. That was a tentacle tongue.
Yeah. So I guess we're seeing things. There's things happening in this town that none of us can figure out.
I find it odd that we're seeing so many things so often, so similar. And seeing the same thing at the same time, it's just not... It can't be a hallucination. Could be illusion, I suppose, but...
A mass illusion like this?
It'd be an incredibly powerful wizard.
And as you two are talking, like Sister Grail just like lets out a big yawn.
Right.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No.
Didn't get enough sleep last night.
You should sleep, sister. Well, thank you for help.
Well, I have
Yes.
my duties to perform, but I'm sorry I couldn't be of more assistance. I'm sorry that you're having trouble with your goddess, and I'm sorry about your shoulder. Hopefully fortune will smile upon you again.
Thank
Probably
you.
will. You should get some rest, sister.
Yes, I will once my duties are done. It's only midday. I have a town to attend to. Bring fortune
Alright.
to the masses.
You be safe. And Fang would slowly walk away, leaving
If you
the
see anything odd, let me know, please.
Oh, of course. As you leave, she exits with you and goes back to tending the shrine. Meanwhile, over at the Townmaster's Hall, is Isabel, you approach the hall. You kind of notice the old flagstone around it, kind of in the cracks between. Looks to be this odd, nearly imperceptible, like scaly fungi in between the cracks of the building.
Is it something I recognize, or
No, it's
no?
just
It's just
weird.
something I notice. Okay. All right. I know that is weird. And is that just like I'm seeing it just while I enter the building?
Yeah, as you approach,
Okay.
you're like, oh, that's weird. Okay.
Okay. Is it like a specific color? Like it's a fungus, like kind of greeny, like sort of.
It would be kind of like brownish gray, but it has it's like weird scaly. Almost looks like lizard scales, or like crocodile scales,
Okay.
but small.
All right. All right. I will enter the Townmaster's Hall.
All right.
Yeah.
As you enter in, you would see Harbin Wester, kind of bending down on the floor as he is retching up something into a wastebasket. Oh, terribly sorry. As he kind of like cleans up his. Yes, something didn't agree with my lunch. Yes, one of our heroes of Phandelver. How can I. You can see a little something still stuck to his mustache.
Oh, I'm gonna say like, my God, and I'm gonna get a bit closer, and then I'm gonna point at it, like my face and be like, you got something a little like your mustache is just like a bit
I'm
like
so sorry.
yeah
And he kind of takes his handkerchief out and starts wiping it, like,
yeah
and then kind of twisting. Yes,
it,
as I said, something was that sandwich I ate over at the inn maybe didn't agree with me. Too
right.
too many carbs, as they say. What do I have the pleasure of seeing you today?
Right. Listen, I'm looking for Sildar. Has he come by yet at all, or?
Oh, we did send a message. Got a letter this morning. He's being held up. The court systems and whatnot aren't what they used to be. He said he wants to stay in Neverwinter to make sure his once friend who stabbed him in the back meets trial and gets justice. I applaud
And
him
he
for the
got
effort.
all right, and he sent you a letter saying he was gonna stay
Yes, and,
and do
and
this.
Neverwinter, he said it was important that he sees this through. Honorable man he is.
Okay.
I was hoping
And
he would take up the constable position here in town, but I, you all have seemed to do a wonderful job rooting out those goblins, and after the Red Brands, whew, whole
yeah, and how
another
many
thing.
days ago was that letter received?
Oh, just this morning. It was a runner from Neverwinter.
All right. And how many days has he been gone, do you think?
Oh, about less than a 10-day.
Okay. Hmm. Okay, and I think it's a little bit weird that he hasn't come back. He seemed pretty intent on wanting to stay behind, don't you think? Like he wanted to help the town.
Yes, but he also seemed intent on, how, as they said, this Iarno fellow was, he took it personally. I can understand that. That's why I gave up the banking business, because it's easy to get personal feelings hurt when business is involved.
All right. And
But the
you're
court
sure?
systems aren't what they were when I was in town.
All right. Well, okay. As long as you think, I don't know, this seems really out of character for him, but if you're saying that he needs to be there, that he wants to be there, guess
Yes.
I can talk with my fellow group of adventurers to see what the deal is. And and with that letter, they said he was in Neverwinter, correct?
Yes,
For sure in
it was in
Neverwinter?
his own script, of course.
Okay. All right, but you're feeling okay? It's kind of a mess in here. There's
Just a little upset tummy. Nothing a little, glass of milk won't fix.
Well, I don't know. I'd get your gardener here or something. There's some weird fungus growing outside your house or this town hall or something. I don't know if it's your sandwich.
Well,
It's
my
kinda gross.
scribe has been, he came, you all brought him back. My scribe, who takes care of so many duties for me. Oh, garden, but yes, I'll have him look about.
Yeah, it looks kind of nasty. I wouldn't touch that with a 10-foot pole.
Oh, well, I believe they sell those over at the Lion Shield Costa.
I don't want a 10-foot pole.
I'm just trying to promote local business, you know.
So you're a chamber of commerce as well?
I am the master of the town. What do you take me for?
All right. Okay. Just don't throw up on anything important.
Oh, no, nothing. He kind of like keeps
Oh,
something down for a moment. Oh, nope, I'm good. Yes.
bye.
Oh, well, it was a pleasure seeing you.
Isabel just leaves because she doesn't want to see him throw up again.
You would hear it as you exit.
Yeah. I would walk faster.
But as you all kind of reconvene in the town square, with your little separate visits concluded, that'll be a good spot for us to end tonight. Back in town, where we started this evening. But yeah, we will end tonight there. So thanks for watching, folks. And we will be here next week. So stay tuned. And good night, Internet.
Sweet dreams, internet.
Sweet dreams, internet. Go to bed now and stuff.
That was very